Hey, yo, what's the deal? Miss your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I'm saying? As of this recording, it is 12:48 p.m. You know what I'm saying? December 29th, 2024. You know what I'm saying? I'm here chilling. I am just, I'm chilling like a gazillion billion. Chilling like a gazillion billion. What the fuck is going on with me? Chill like a gazillion billion. Chameleon. But, it's actually not that bad outside. You know what I'm saying? Right now it's decent. As the year comes to an end, it's actually a little decent outside. You know what I'm saying? I know tonight I gotta do some laundry. You know what I mean? Because I gotta wash my fucking clothes. Gotta wash my clothes. You know what I'm saying? And and I actually had a scary experience this morning because you shouldn't take life lessons for granted. You should never take life lessons for granted. So as I'm talking, I was also eating breakfast, and I actually choked on something. I'm like, oh my God. There was food that was stuck down my throat and everything, and pause. And it was fucking horrendous. It was very, very horrendous. It was scary too because, you don't want to, nobody wants to go out like that. You know what I mean? I definitely don't want to go out like that, but definitely it's not my time. It's clearly not my time. And, thank God. Thank fucking goodness. I know I talk a lot of shit on here, but I would never wish death and bullshit on anybody. That's like inhumane, let me see. I'm looking in the mirror because I want to see if I need to shave my face, which I definitely do. I have to shave my face, not now, but I'm shaving tonight. I'm shaving everything tonight. But what I want to talk about today is, you know how it is Sundays. Sundays I do my discussion rants. I always do my discussion videos and such. And this is no exception. So today, what I want to talk about is I want to talk about the match, the spot. Look at me, I'm all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about Spotfest versus story-driven match. The Spotfest versus the story-driven matches and such, and why we're supplementing that with this stupid fucking match rating system, why it fucks pro wrestling up, okay? So we now live in a day and age in professional wrestling where Spotfests are basically, the acceptance, right? And so when your matches are filled with Spotfests, it becomes like, it becomes a bore. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's like every match that you have is almost the exact same. The best example of this is the Young Bucks, right? The Young Bucks is the best example. The Young Bucks make their living off of Spotfest, And you mostly get that through the indies. You know what I mean? Like you get a lot of that through this bullshit independent wrestling garbage where they rely nothing on Spotfest, spots. They become spot monkeys, right? And that's not how you tell a match. That's definitely not how you tell, how a match is supposed to be. Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker had the greatest pro wrestling match of all time. 2 of them at WrestleMania back-to-back, right? And so, you should at least get something out of that than just doing nothing but spots. Because if you are going to rely on spots, like spots throughout your whole matches, then you already know what kind of wrestler you are. You're not a wrestler that's going to build on your craft. Ricochet and Will Ospreay is definitely another one. You know what I'm saying? I remember Vader, God rest his soul. Vader called it out. Vader had called it out. And a lot of people seem to forget that Vader actually had a match with Will Ospreay. He had a match with him. He had a match. If I can find the match, I will put it in the description. They had a match. together. And, I mean, it was for the fans again. It was for the internet, so fuck it. They made some money off it. Good, But, I'm a person who like match-driven stuff, where I like where there's different sagas of a match, and no spots. It's just, you are emotionally invested in that match, and so I don't know, I guess because I'm a little old school, you know what I mean? Like I love my wrestling with story, in Spotfest there is no story. There's clearly no fucking story in Spotfest, as opposed to, match-driven concepts where, then you got one part of a match, and then you got another one, then you got another one, then you got another one. You know what I'm saying? And then, what do they do the Spotfest for? For a motherfucker to give them 5+ stars. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like now in today's day and age with pro wrestling, especially, with the indie marks, they want, they want those star ratings. They don't give a fuck about, how the match is built and shit like that. This is why I'm glad WWE exists. Because WWE they do not cater to the indie wrestling fan. They don't. They truly don't. They don't. They cater to the ones who they want to see, they want to have people emotionally invested in matches, And this is why, this is clearly why, I'm not a fan of, this is why I'm not a fan of indie wrestling. Because again, AEW caters to this bullshit, right? And I also now see why NXT is created, because what NXT does is they actually filter out the independents. They filter that shit out, so that it's not you don't have to put that Spotfest bullshit that you get from the indies to get fucking 5 stars. Now it seems like everyone wants 5 stars. Everyone wants 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, right? But the more that you have 5 stars, the more like the match don't mean shit. It's not going to mean anything. Why? Because it's just a fucking Spotfest. It's a Spotfest. And when you have Spotfest, it's not, the matches, they don't excite you organically. They don't. They really don't. This is why, like, I don't, like when I see people get 5 stars, I'm like, okay. But what the fuck did that do in the sake of building story, for that match? I mean, the match with, the WrestleMania match that Cody had this year with the 2 nights when he tagged, with the tag team match and the day after, again, it was all built on story. It was all built on story. That's why I said long-term booking is a lot better than what the fuck you get now. Because you're trying to build story. You're not trying to build something just for 3 months and then that's it. You know what I mean? This is why AEW is in the position that they're in now. And this is why going into 2025, they're going to continue to be in that position. Why? Because you got a motherfucker there who do not know how to tell stories. He don't. He wants to suck Meltzer's dick, you know what I'm saying, and get 7+ stars and all this other shit. And and mind you, like the 5-star ratings doesn't do shit for a wrestler. It don't. It really, really don't. It doesn't. Shawn Michaels and Undertaker had the greatest wrestling match of all time, and it wasn't even 5 stars. You know what I mean? Go fucking figure. But I wanted to bring this out, you know what I'm saying? I definitely will be coming with another video tonight for sure. You know what I mean? Because I got a lot of shit to say. You know what I mean? So I will definitely holler at y'all tonight. So, peace!